Maybe you're a high school student about to graduate, thinking about studying architecture. Or you're a college student already, thinking about changing your major to architecture. Well, here go 5 things you should know before you study architecture. And these are just my observations and perception on what I've seen or what I've learned since studying architecture here at Kennesaw State University. Number 1. Procrastination and perfectionism. I put those two together because for me, perfectionism sometimes stems me into procrastination, if that makes sense. Let me explain. Procrastination happens when I'm starting a project and I'm trying to start it, but it don't come out right, and that's when my perfectionism come along, and I want this project to be perfect, but the first part that I'm trying to do is not being perfect, so it's prolonging me doing the project, and that brings in procrastination. So that's just my example. Your example may be different, but procrastination can hurt you if you procrastinate a lot and you want to study architecture because you do not want to get in the game of catch up. You don't want to be catching up on your work, not in studying architecture. It already a lot of workload on it by itself. But to each his own. If you want to, then have at it. But I say don't. We're saying that you don't want to be playing catch up. Bring me into my next point. Number 2, time management. This process is one pivotal skill in your process of studying architecture. And pivotal means it's an important process, or it's important. It's an important skill that determines your success in a sense, right? So it's pivotal because time management, the way you handle or manage your time, determines how either your project or your work turns out, either just good or bad. Your time management in doing things determines that. And I'm not just saying you need to be all ahead of your work. No, I'm just saying you need to have a routine in how you do things. You need to have a time frame, or you need to write down, just have a routine what works best out for you and all your other classes that you may have. Just write down in a day, or just have a thought at this time frame or this time I'll be sketching, doing a project or whatever, and at this time frame I'm probably gonna be doing my math work, or any other work that I have to do, any other electives that I have to do, right? So better have better time management when studying architecture, as well as when you're writing down just the times or whatever, slip in a little time to where it's not just architecture, right? Sometimes that you can get away from just architecture so much. You just have that balance from working and studies to maybe you just want to read today, or maybe you just want to go out and see nature, walk around, do something relaxing, just to get your mind off of just studies for a second, because it can be a lot of workload. It can be heavy on your mental. So you want to take care of your mental while you're in architecture and study architecture. Anything you study or anything you do, you want to take care of it, and you want to do something. You don't want to just overlap yourself with studies. You want to have that joy in your life. And I'm not saying that it's not gonna be fun and happy, but you just don't want to, I can't do that, I can't do this, have that discipline to do this work, but also have that discipline to take care of yourself, your self-love, your mental health too. Number 3, the process. First, in taking the process, you have to understand the 3 E's. And the 3 E's are education, experience, and examination. In your education, the process with the different college, it differs with different colleges. Either you go for your 4+1, 4+2, or 5-year program. And with the 5-year program, that's what here at Kennesaw State do is 5-year program, and you graduate with your bachelor's in architecture. And for Georgia Tech is 4.2, so you graduate with your 4 years and your BR, and then you go 2 years and get your master's to be accredited. And the accreditation have to be now National Architecture Accrediting Board. That's got to be the accreditation board for it. And then for your experience, to my knowledge, you have to have 3,000 plus intern hours, or 3,000 plus hours work. Well, you log those hours into what you call an NCAR, and as you log those hours, and after you get those many hours, that's when you can move on and take your examinations, your AREs, what they call it is the architecture registration exam. To my knowledge, it is 6 exams, I believe. And after you take your AREs and you pass all your exams, that's when you become licensed. I want to get my license too after I graduate and study architecture and do all the necessary needs of hours and things like that I need to do. I'll say because one, if you don't get your license, then you necessarily can't legally put your name on any design that you made. You have to have a write-off or anything, something like that nature to do your design and write your design out too. Legally, you cannot call yourself an architect until you're licensed legally by law. You cannot do it. So just keep that in mind, please. Number 4, determine. Come here. Determine. Okay, you have to be determined in this profession. You have to be, when you're studying architecture, you have to be determined. You have to have a purpose. You have to have a motivation. You have to have something that's beyond yourself. Like, you have to have a reason beyond yourself that you want to study architecture. Like, some people do go for the money and the dollar sign, but that won't last long. That comes and goes. Like, some people get it and some people don't, but I can assure you will get it quicker when your focus is more so on something else. Like, the money will come with it. Like my purpose of this is for right now. Like, my purpose, that it may change, it may evolve, but as of right now, my purpose is I want my design, whatever design that I design, I want it to have such an impact on my community in a positive way that it never been impacted before, like through design. I want to have a different connection with people through design. I just want to bring positivity through design in my community. Like, I just want people to see, great things through design, through people that came out of their own community. I just want to have a sense of giving back through my design. Like, I want to have a strong impact, through my design. That's like, and once you have that purpose and that determination, I believe, like, me personally, I believe that can be, your superpower of like really pushing you through college. Like, whatever, like at this point, it's whatever you're studying. Like, you should have that determination or that passion or something like that. And if you don't, as of right now, I feel like it will grow if you just start somewhere that you think you like or love. Because I didn't always start in architecture, but I started somewhere. Like, in high school, I started drawing. Like, I didn't even know I liked the art until I started drawing. Well, look where I'm at now. Boom, here. So you gotta start somewhere, and then that determination, that passion, that's something. It's just something that clicks. Like, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing it for. Like, it'll come. Just have that determination, that passion. It'll help you throughout your studies, throughout your college year, through life, really. So just continue to have that determination and that passion. Number 5, confidence and discourage. Confidence and discourage. So I say confidence because you have to have confidence in yourself in studying architecture. You have to have confidence in yourself and in your work, because sometimes when you study architecture, you may go into a classroom where your classmates may be more advanced, or your classmate, model design may look, better than yours right now, or, maybe, they can tell a story, better than you can, but you still gotta have this confidence about yourself as, like, that you're supposed to be here as well. Like, you're no step behind. You're supposed to be here as well. Like, they may not, walk the same walk that you had to walk, but y'all still in the same place, y'all still in the same class, y'all still at the same school. So you still have to have that same confidence in yourself that, like, I'm supposed to be, like, be humble with it now. Don't get me wrong, be humble with it, but still have that confidence about yourself. Also, as well, from people that I talked to that was, in a higher, year than me for architecture, they tell me, like, your professor, the instructors, they're gonna tell you that, your design sucks, point blank period. They're gonna tell you that to your face, but at the same time, you still gotta have this same confidence in yourself about your design. Like, I know it's gonna hurt because we gonna spend these long hours and hours and hours and hours doing this design, and you just gonna come and tell me like, bro, that job trash. Nah, bro, that job trash, but dookie booty. You feel me? I'm like, wait a minute, but hey, to each his own. Take it to chin, work at your craft, get better, take the criticism, learn, and push forward, and don't get discouraged. Have confidence, take the criticism, and don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. It may be a long process, but don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged, please. Like, push through, it may be hard, but great turnouts, great blessings, great wins come out of hard situations. I'm just telling you, diamonds gotta be put through fire, like these harsh conditions, just to birth out this beautiful diamond. Push through, don't get discouraged, believe in yourself. Don't be prideful when it comes to your work, because that will bring you down too. So be encouraged, don't be discouraged, but be encouraged. Believe in yourself, don't be prideful, and continue to push through. And before you know it, you'll be out there, you feel me? You'll be taking your AREs, you'll be studying, you'll be intern, or you go into urban planning, things that is very broad. So you do whatever you want to do with your architecture degree, but you got the degree, okay? Just push through, you feel me? Just push through. Like, we in this together. Like, you walking, I'm walking, we walking together, you feel me? Like, we gonna push through, we gonna get through this, you feel me? One love, you feel me? But special knowledge. So if you're watching this and you want to become an architect student, I do not want you to watch this and determine whether or not you want to become an architect. If you want to become, do take these into consideration, but don't let these determine whether or not you become an architect student or, want to study architecture in college, okay? I don't do it, okay? I want you to do it. I said this in my new newsletter that I posted on May 1st, 2024. The title is called The Start. The section that I'm coming from is called New You, New Beginning. I said, but I've learned that if we never start, we will never see. We will never see the growth. We will never see the fruit, and we will never see the turnout. All we will see is the possibilities of what it could have been if we started. All we would have seen is the possibilities of what it could have been if we started. So if you want to study architecture, do it. If you want to do something that you just don't even know how it's going to happen, do it, because you never know. You never know until you start. You never know until you try. You feel me? You'll never know. You'll never know what you're capable of until you put yourself to that task. You feel me? You will never know. So start it. Go for it. I'm with you. Hey, we in this together. We gonna go for it. You feel me? We gonna go. We gonna do this thing, okay? If you wanna see more newsletters, go to my Substack down below. It'll be in the description down below. For free subscribers, there will be, you'll be able to see the preview of what the paid subscribers see. So whatever you wanna do, any support is good support. So whichever one you wanna subscribe to, subscribe. If you read newsletters or that nature, you want to be a part of it. So this concludes the video. I hope this video brought you much insight to the life of Zay. My name is Isaiah Berry. I'm an architect student here at Kennesaw State University. Hootie hoo. And that's all, folks. Peace. Do. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's get that money on. Love y'all.
It's my year. It's my year. Look, God made me for this, man. It's my year.